Happy Valentine's Day, everyone! The time of lovers to be together and happy. And it's not just in real life. Film and television can have this kind of happiness for love as well, especially if it's in the romance genre. But you know, even though I don't have a significant other myself yet, there is something that could get me and possibly other people in the spirit of love. And what better way to show my contribution for this day than to give a countdown of my personal anime waifus. For those of you who don't know, and you probably do, but I'm going to explain it anyway, a waifu is what you call a fictional female crush. An anime has various female characters who some people can consider their personal waifu, but I'm going to share with you some of my personal waifus. No, I don't have just one. This will be my top 10 anime waifus list. I have to find the most daring, most sympathetic, and most attractive female anime characters for this list. And who knows, maybe some of your waifus is on this list as well. But I might not be the only one who made a list like this, so please take this with an extra pinch of salt. Alright, hope you all got your tissues because I bet there's going to be a lot of nosebleeds for this list. Here are my picks for my top 10 anime waifus. Note, there will be some major spoilers, so please proceed with caution. Number 10. Emma Brightness from the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Probably the most recent character as an entry for this list.
Don't forget me! I'll help out too! Let's all do our very best.
But this choice does hold merit. Emma is the childhood friend of main protagonist Noir Stardia, and they have both remained friends despite the fact that she is a higher rank than Noir. They originally planned to become librarians together, however, it was revealed that Noir's new position was taken by another person who outranked him.
What? Then you aren't gonna be a librarian?
But soon after that, they decided to enroll in an adventurers guild called the Odin Guild and become adventurers.
So, thanks a lot. Because you gave us this quest, I gained more self-confidence.
Emma's then suddenly joined with other female members, Lola Metros, the guild's receptionist, and Luna Hila, the guild's healer and Lola's best friend, giving her competition.
Are you doofus? You man-whore!
Actually, I strongly agree with Emma, just this once. Indeed, me too.
What makes her lovable for me is she always knows how to help Noir whenever he has a dilemma. Now those problems are that whenever Noir uses a skill called Great Sage, he gets terrible headaches. And after he finds the titular hidden dungeon, he gains skills that cost LP and he needs to do one of 3 things to replenish it. And the solution for both of those problems is kisses.
Whenever Marlin the Great Sage was plagued with terrible headaches, would simply turn to all of his wives and demand kisses from them.
And I don't mean pecks on the cheek, I mean kisses like these. Yup. One way for Noir to replenish his LP is being close to attractive members of the opposite sex, which result in other arousing moments aside from Emma's kisses.
Dimension.
Jeez, Noir, my face is up here. Now give me a hug, you big perv.
I mean, could it be any more obvious? But in any case, Emma shows that she can be a dependable member of Noir's team. And it's not just her saving Noir. One night when there was a party, there was to be a robbery of an heirloom. And helping this thief was another thief who planned to take Emma away to make her his bride.
Now I'm going to leave and take Miss Emma away with me. I'm going to make her my wife. Simply take whatever it is I wanted and made it my own.
Noir was able to save her and stop both thieves along with another adventure.
Do you think that I'm dirty now?
Emma.
And in return, she and the rest of the members of the guild help Noir defeat the chain links that have been keeping his master, Olivia's servant, imprisoned for centuries. After that, Noir sets off on his new journey now that his master has been freed from her imprisonment. With whatever comes his way, him and his teammates will face any perilous journey that comes their way, and it seems Emma doesn't plan on letting other girls have their way with him anytime soon. That is true commitment there. Best friends until the end of time is what makes her all the more admirable.
Noir, you doofus. Come on now, let's be a team.
Number 9. Tamaki Kotatsu from Fire Force. This fire soldier sure can show great tenacity even when she is in the bleakest moments. Tamaki is a 3rd generation pyrokinetic in which she can create her own fire and is immune to spontaneous human combustion and becoming an infernal, which are the enemies in their world. She can use her power to turn into her Nekomata form, in which she grows pink flaming cat ears and a tail. And she seems to have a slight problem that occurs more times than there should be, which is...
I'm sorry, sir!
Yeah, that. And believe it or not, Tamaki actually had this even before she became a fire soldier.
Whoa, Tamaki!
But she wasn't actually proud of it. When she was a little girl attending school, Tamaki would be discriminated because of her clumsiness. And it was thanks to her childhood friend that she had awakened her power.
And because I started making flames.
She then traveled to the first special firefighting cathedral with the rest of her sisters, where she asked the group's lieutenant, Reika Hoshimiya, to make her a sister of the brigade.
What's going on, girls? And we'd love for you to enlist, because the first is always looking for tomorrow's stars!
She was affiliated with them until she decided to go against the lieutenant after seeing how terrible he treated innocent people.
Right beside you, all the way to the end, okay, Tamaki? So die in my place!
And because of her actions, Tamaki had been transferred to Special Fire Force Company 8. She also cares for her fellow fire soldiers and often helps others who aren't in their group. For instance, she saved a group of kids from her former lieutenant when it was revealed that he was deliberately turning innocent people into infernals.
Follow me. We're gonna get out of here, okay?
Then when the soldiers entered the netherworld, she and Iris managed to defeat Assault with the help of her lewd clumsiness.
I feel so impure.
And at one point, she needed to be saved from Orochi, and Juggernaut, a fire soldier from Special Fire Force Company 2, was able to use his ultimate attack to finish her off and save Tamaki's life. She's also a potential love interest along with her fellow fire soldiers Iris Maki Oze and the captain of Special Fire Force Company 5 Princess Hibana to the main series protagonist Shinraku Sakabe. And the signs of that are...
What is even happening? My star!
Sorry, it's not like that. I got punched into you, okay?
Let's just say very subtle. But all jokes aside, Tamaki can be one of, if not the most reliable female fire soldier. Just don't let her sexy clumsiness distract you. You may get what's coming to you in the worst and sultriest way possible. I just hope Hibana doesn't give her any competition.
I want to grow past the weak person I am now. So would you please allow me to observe?
Number 8. Akatsuki from Log Horizon. Sure, you could argue that Minori, Isuzu, or even Kanami could be considered waifus, but for me, that position goes to Akatsuki.
I'm not a big fan of all that dressing up and socializing. Krusty seems to be adept at it.
Oh, okay.
When she was first introduced, her avatar appeared as male.
You're... Akatsuki! What? You know him?
She created a male avatar for herself, but it ended up backfiring on her when she and all the other logged-in players were all sent to the world of Theldacia.
I need your help. I need something to fix this body I'm in. Sell me a potion.
But thanks to Guildmaster Shiro, who had a full appearance reset potion on his person, she was able to obtain her true avatar form.
You've truly saved me. I appreciate it.
And because of that, Akatsuki formed a pact with him, saying that she will serve as his right-hand assassin and have Shiro serve as her lord.
Shall be repaid. I will be your ninja and serve as your bodyguard.
And she also became the co-founder of the titular guild, Log Horizon. And it also seems Shiro had inadvertently formed his own personal harem.
Well, no. Would you like a red bean bun?
Well, it's something that's going on at the festival tomorrow. You want to go eat some yummy cake with me?
And well, if we go as a couple, it's free.
It's free, totally free. Let's go.
But of all of his members, Akatsuki seems to be the one who has the most chemistry with Shiro.
I don't think either of you had any of it.
I guess I wasn't there for the whole cake eating part of it.
And I'll admit, it's really funny how often she uses her curse skill to scare the daylights out of Naotsuku, as well as kick him to the curb.
Right, like using the can. Or if you want, you could let me get a couple of handfuls. Guard, as a true admirer of ladies' underwear, I can... Whoa, what was that? The little shrimp put a curse on me!
Plus, there is a running joke where Crescent Moon Alliance member Henrietta constantly tries to make her more feminine.
She's so cute! Shiro gave me his permission to play with you, so it's playtime. Now hurry, put this on! No way!
Absolutely fetching it.
Dear God, I'm freaking out on the cuteness. Get your change, sweetie. You are just the cutest thing in the whole freaking castle. And the committee for crafting guilds is ready to go.
And it was really touching to see Shiro comfort Akatsuki when she had no one to dance with.
Care to dance?
I'm not very good at dancing or anything like that. My lord. Please don't laugh.
I'm kind of clumsy myself.
But when she's not battling or using her curse skills, Akatsuki shows compassion towards her guild master and proves her devoted loyalty to the other members and people outside of their guild.
I'm not any easier here, my lord. I'm barely holding them off myself.
Even if she has to fight the other female members to win Shiro's affection, Akatsuki sure is one determined assassin. Just be wary about doing any funny business around her, because she can be very volatile about shenanigans whatsoever.
If any of you know another way to end this, I'm willing to learn about that too.
Number 7. Lucy Heartfilia from Fairy Tail. Yeah, you're probably expecting Urza Scarlet instead, but the truth is, she's just too easy. So I chose Lucy Heartfilia instead because she doesn't seem to get a lot of attention or recognition.
Alright, now we're talking. I'm broke and a huge cash injection is just what the doctor ordered.
Anyway, Lucy has more aspects that make her more attractive than Urza. She's sweet, sympathetic, and caring.
Refuse to do nothing while my friends are trapped!
I can't argue with that.
Sure, she is also useless in battles and usually lets her celestial spirits do most of the dirty work, but she shows great care and concern for her fellow guild members, especially towards their leader and her secret love interest, Natsu Dragmeal.
I'd like to thank you. You risked your life for us, for our future.
But as anyone would expect, her background was anything but cheerful. She was born to 2 members of a merchant guild called Love and Lucky, but when her mother passed away, all she had was her father, who was more interested in money and business.
Lucy, don't you ever listen. I told you I'm busy. I don't want to eat your silly rice ball. If I get hungry, I'll call the chef. You hear me? No more interruptions!
Lucy ends up being neglected by her own father, causing her to run away from home. She is first introduced completely broke and lacking in magic.
Oh, come on. How much is it really worth? Surely you can cut me a deal.
I can't believe he only knocked off 1,000 jewels. Stubborn old geezer must be blind.
But then she comes across a fire user by the name of Bora, who uses an illegal charm to make her attracted to him.
Why is my heart beating so fast? What's gotten into me all of a sudden?
But luckily, she was saved by Natsu and Happy.
Who the heck was that guy?
I don't know, but he was a real creep. Thank you for your help.
Sometime later, Natsu manages to defeat Bora and takes Lucy to the guild where she is given her official guild mark.
Hey, Natsu! Look! Mira Jane just put the official fairy tale mark on my hand!
And they had also given her the best reunion she had ever experienced.
Welcome back home. I am home!
She then returns to her father, telling him that Fairy Tail is her true family and cuts all ties with him.
I'm warning you! You better not mess with Fairy Tail ever again! It doesn't matter that you're my father. If you threaten us, we will crush you just like any other enemy!
The people there treat me like family. Something you never did. I truly believe if Mom were still alive, she'd tell me to always be true to myself.
Throughout her journey, Lucy had gained several Celestial Spirit Gate keys, and they've helped her out in very dire circumstances. Eventually, she is told that her father had passed away as well.
Actually, I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, but Jude passed away a little over a month ago. It was a shock to all of us.
And while visiting her old home, she finds a present and a letter her father intended to send to her, stating that he always loved her and her mother even after losing both of them.
I think of you and Layla every single day. Those memories keep me going. Please, never forget how proud I am of you.
And because of that, Lucy finally forgives him. She has gone along with all of the other members of Team Natsu, but Natsu is most definitely the one she has gotten the closest to. And there have been many, and I mean many instances where she made herself clear that Natsu was the only one for her.
It really is you! But I don't mind calling a truce for now. Make sure you come alone tonight.
Is he blushing?
I want to see you.
Let's stop imagining him looking all hunky like that, okay? You're like a wild animal.
I just can't resist it.
Wait a second, it's not my health I'm concerned about. Whoa, you're actually serious about this, aren't you?
It was a big disappointment that she couldn't tell Natsu how she feels about him in the final episode, but maybe we'll see some progress in the upcoming 100 Years Quest anime. In any case, Lucy will always be one of, if not the most dependable member of this powerful guild, and not to mention the most endearing. If there are any comparisons to her and Urza, let me know. I am intrigued to know what they are.
I believe in you. And I always have, from the moment I joined the guild.
Number 6. Asuna from the Sword Art Online series. Boy oh boy, Kirito sure is one lucky guy to have a girlfriend like Asuna. Of course, they actually didn't start out like that. When they first met, they didn't work together that much.
Since I came to this town, I end up eating at least one a day. Of course, I got a trick to make it taste better.
Despite them going on quests from time to time, Kirito was mostly a solo player while Asuna had her own guild to look after.
Everyone in the assault team's working their butts off to clear the dungeon. And where do I find you? Out here, taking a nap.
However, after working on missions, taking relaxations, and even saving her from a member of Laughing Coffin, they finally sealed the deal.
My life belongs to you. I'll give it up for you. I want to stay with you until the end.
Soon after that, they get married in-game and move into a log cabin. There they meet and adopt their in-game daughter Yui.
Oh, nice. Mommy. You must be hungry. How about breakfast? Okay.
And she and Kirito were able to be together in the real world after he saved her from Alfheim Online.
Welcome home, Asuna.
Since then, Asuna had become the most reliable and most powerful swordswoman in whatever game she enters. And in the last 4 episodes of the second season, she became part of an alliance called the Sleeping Knights, led by another swordswoman by the name of Yuki.
This is Miss Asuna. Miss Asuna, this is my guild, the Sleeping Knights.
Yuki had gotten close to Asuna until she mistakenly calls her sister.
I finally did, huh, sis?
Asuna manages to locate her in the real world, only to find out that she was sick with AIDS.
Yuki's parents passed away 2 years ago, and last year, Aiko.
Asuna and the others then try to make the last remaining hours of Yuki's life meaningful, and soon after that, Yuki passes away, but not before letting Asuna inherit her signature skill, Mother's Rosario.
I gave it a cool name. Mother's Rosario. It'll keep you safe.
In the 3rd season, which is known as Alicization, she along with Leafa and Sinon traveled to Wrath to rescue Kirito, who had been poisoned by a surviving member of Laughing Coffin.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, ready as I'll ever be.
From an invasion led by Gabriel Miller, who killed Sinon in Gun Gale Online, and Poe, the leader of Laughing Coffin. And in the second half of the Alicization arc, Asuna obtains the goddess avatar Stasia to enter the world and reunite with Kirito, who had become comatose.
Kirito?
There, she and her friends rally the other players to save Kirito's life, causing him to reawaken.
Kirito, you're back.
And with Asuna's help, Kirito was able to defeat Laughing Coffin's leader for good, along with Gabriel. And soon, it was revealed that Kirito would spend 200 years in-game before he could log out. Kirito was reluctant until Asuna volunteered to stay with him until they both log out. After the restart, Kirito had recovered from his poisoning and was welcomed back with open arms by none other than Asuna.
It feels to me like you're only 90% back to normal. Are you eating enough?
Whenever there are any problems that need solving, Asuna will always be there to help. It makes me interested in what she will do next for the foreseeable future.
Alice is right. That code 871 seal was put there by someone from my world.
Number 5. Rui Tachibana from Domestic Girlfriend. That's right, I've included an underrated tsundere for this list, and what better choice than Rui? Rui started off meeting Natsuo Fuji at a bar when he was coping about his crush having an affair with another man.
This is how I normally am. Besides, this place isn't my scene.
Honestly, me too.
She then invites him to her home and, well, she can explain better.
I'm gonna be blunt. Will you have sex with me? If I'm gonna be treated like a child and get brushed off at the mention of it, then I want to know what it's like firsthand.
Okay.
After that, they decide to part ways and become strangers.
If we do meet again, we'll be strangers, got it?
Natsuo's father reveals that he is getting remarried to another woman. He's not only introduced to the woman his father is marrying, but is also introduced to his soon-to-be stepsisters. And those stepsisters happens to be none other than Rui, along with her sister Hina, Natsuo's teacher whom he's currently infatuated with.
Oh, right. This is my younger sister Rui. I think she might be the same age as you, Natsuo.
We've never met.
Makes sense. We do live pretty far apart.
And now that they are living together, it would mean Rui would be going to the same school in the same class as her stepbrother.
So you think that we should make it public knowledge we had sex once, but then became step-siblings?
Well, of course that part should be kept strictly confidential!
They try to cope their new relationship and try to forget about their one-night stand.
You should just forget about what happened between us. Nothing happened between you and me.
What are you saying? What's up with you? You know that we're family now.
But soon they start to fall for each other.
I did it because I was wondering what it was like. And now I know how it feels.
Later on, Rui asks her stepbrother for help to make her sister break up with the man she was having an affair with.
You're gonna need to secretly follow her and catch them meeting up.
They then meet the man in question, and after failing to cheer Hina up,
Feel free to go by yourself, and pound him good for me too.
Whoa, you're totally pulling the rug out from under me.
after that, Rui managed to make her sister happy again and be closer to Natsuo.
I decided to break up with Shu. I wanted to have a clear conscience from now on.
Are you sure that's what you actually want, Sensei? I didn't push you?
But at one moment, after they share a passionate kiss, Hina walks in on them, causing her to be heartbroken and run out.
Sorry, I'll come back later.
Sensei, wait!
Rui then follows her sister and confesses her feelings for Natsuo.
Because I think I kind of like Natsuo. No, but it's not like we're related by blood.
Rui, I understand your point of view. I think if Mom found out, she'd be heartbroken.
But when Hina decided to move out and live on her own, Rui starts blaming herself and tries to convince her sister to stay.
Please don't move away, Hina. I know that I told you that I might like Natsuo, but I really don't want to lose you as a result of it.
But Hina reassures her that as long as Rui is happy, then she is happy as well.
It's alright. You're fine as is. I don't want you to change a thing, Rui.
However, Hina had also fallen for Natsuo, and after she witnesses their relationship, Rui comes to terms and agrees to keep her distance from her stepbrother.
Hey, wait! Please don't.
This will be the final time. I'll also still help you while your leg's healing up. But from now on, I'm going to do my best to despise you. That's why I have no interest in seeing you two break up. It might just get complicated for you.
But as soon as Hina moves away after her relationship with her students was exposed, Rui gets her chance to rekindle her love for Natsuo.
I didn't think much of it when we had sex for the first time. Would that change? I won't let Hina stop my feelings for you anymore.
In the manga, she continues to have passion for Natsuo, and they officially become boyfriend and girlfriend despite Natsuo managing to reunite with Hina. They then had an on-again, off-again relationship, but later on, Rui gets pregnant with Natsuo's child. And due to that, Natsuo had to make a last-minute proposal to her. But then Hina gets hit by a car while saving her sister and slips into a coma. And because Natsuo still had feelings for Hina, as well as Rui being devastated about what happened to her sister and both of them hoping that she'll recover, Natsuo and Rui had no choice but to call off their engagement. But regardless, they give birth to a daughter that they named Haruka. By the time their daughter was born, Hina recovers from her coma and had become close to her new niece, with Haruka seeing her as a friend. Although they don't become a couple at the end, Rui still attended Natsuo and her sister's wedding along with their daughter. Now she stays with him, her sister, and daughter. It's perfect that they all ended up together as one happy family. No matter who she is with, be it Natsuo, Hina, or Haruka, Rui will always show heart and care for those she is close to and loves. She can be a very lovable tsundere.
I promise to take real good care of you, Natsuo, so you won't be bored while you heal.
Number 4. Koneko Tojo from the High School DxD series. Yeah, if there was any member of Issei Hyodo's harem that I would pick for this spot, it would be Koneko.
Issei, let's use my healing sage arts to get you back to full capacity.
Koneko is another lovable tsundere next to Rui. She actually didn't have the best childhood though. Before she became part of the Gremory family, she was just a tool who went by the name of Shirone, used by her older sister Kuroka.
She killed her master and vanished without a trace. She became a dangerous stray that decimated an entire pursuit force.
I'm glad you can still feel our sisterly bond.
But she was given an actual family when Ria's Gremory took her in.
No surprise from the most powerful Nekosho clan member. I don't care from whom you're descended, you have to take better care of yourself.
When Konako was first introduced to Issei, she is of course disgusted by how perverted he is. Hell, she even straight up calls him a pervert a lot.
Did you see anything you like, you big pervert? You're a pervert. Better to have the perv's approval than not, I guess. You're the worst. A Red Dragon Emperor perv deluxe. You can't tell me a perv like you wouldn't be interested.
But starting with the pool episode, while teaching her to swim, Konako actually started to reluctantly warm up to Issei.
You are unexpectedly kind, Issei. Especially for a pervert.
Because prior to that, Issei stood up for her and volunteered to take her place for Ria's 1000 spanks.
This whole thing was my stupid idea, so just punish me. I don't think Konako deserves to get what I should get at all.
And after that, Issei protected her from being taken away by her sister.
Konako's one of us, and we're not just gonna hand her over.
I guess we'll just have to take her from you then.
I don't really care if you're her sister or not. You made Konako cry, and that's the kind of bullshit I just can't handle!
Since then, Konako has given her complete respect for Issei.
I'll be right there to protect you if anything goes wrong.
So much so that she allows herself to use her chi to help him recover his life force. But there's another form of healing that the light novel calls Bochujutsu, which is a way for Konako to heal Issei's life force by, well, as Issei puts it,
like bumping uglies for your health?
But she never uses it, which is a shame. She still calls him a pervert from time to time, but deep down she has the same amount of lust for him as the other members of his harem.
She's wrong. I'm here and I found peace. Meow.
And what's more, later in the light novels, it's revealed that Kuroka was just using Konako to save her life. And after battling against each other and almost being killed in the process, Issei tells the two sisters to make up and proposes to both Konako and Kuroka, making them his 6th and 7th fiancés, just after Rias, Akano, Zenobia, Irina, and Asia, and just before Ross Vaisa. What's more, Konako asks permission to have her name changed to Shirone Tojo. She may not be the most outgoing member, but she will always be there for her family. What better person would become a lovable tsundere friend and bride than Konako? Seriously, tell me who would be better. I'm genuinely curious.
Sounds like something you should ask a doctor. Unless we're not talking about your junk, then the answer's no.
Number 3. Vanessa Nodoka from Black Clover. Who would have guessed that this witch would have many eyes drawn to her? While she may be a sexy seductress who has a love for drinking and stripping down to her lingerie, she didn't start out this laid back. When she was a little girl, she had to be kept in a cage by order of her mother, the Queen of Witches, who demanded that she improve her thread magic.
Hey, it's alright. Don't look so sad.
Remember, Vanessa, we are family.
If you're my family, then let me go!
How long I keep you here depends on you. Find a spell that controls destiny. At that time, you may leave.
But it was thanks to Black Bull's captain, Yamisuke Hiro, that she was able to feel like she actually belongs in a family. After being added to the Black Bulls, Vanessa has been one of the key members who can make anyone feel better about themselves, if not by making them completely inebriated.
Why is it so loud in here? Oh, I should have skipped those extra drinks.
Vanessa then returns years later to the forest where she was imprisoned to confront her mother after hearing that her fellow witches were being kidnapped.
Teach me to dispel ancient hexes, or never see me again!
While there, Fauna the Hateful, a member of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, invades the forest to capture the witches, and while battling her and while the Queen corrupts Asta to try to kill Noelle, Vanessa gains the red thread of Fate, a spell that can change the ongoing fate to a more favorable outcome.
When someone is touched by that animal, it would seem the spell takes over that person's fate.
She's able to have her spell take the form of a cat that she names Rouge. Vanessa has proven time and time again that she can be dependable when her fellow magic knights are in danger, such as her and Finral helping Asta battle Veto the Despair.
You tried to make us despair, but you failed!
And using the thread of fate to defend her members and base from Dante Zoratis.
As long as I'm here, I won't let any of my friends die.
When she's not seducing you with her charm or inebriation, Vanessa can be a fierce user of thread magic and a faithful member of her squad, and I'm looking forward to what she will do in the upcoming Black Clover movie. Whatever thread crosses their paths, Vanessa's red thread of fate can change whatever the outcome and come out victorious always and forever.
Hey, have you two seen my new suit? Well, what do you think? Looks pretty good, right?
Number 2. Ami Kawashima from Toradora. It's not every day you would fall for a girl who is also a supermodel.
With all this rain, my usual swimsuit didn't dry off in time.
Daughter of a famous actress, Ami decides to go to Ohashi High School and puts her modeling to holidays only.
But modeling's my job, so I never cared who had my picture or why.
Attending there also means that countless guys will be lusting over her.
Wait, Ami's gonna be on it? Count me in.
Oh my god, she's defiling Ami's beautiful face!
I can see up her skirt. Holy mother of God, Ami's about to swim laps right in front of my eyes! And
No way!
dude, I'm getting all emotional up in here. She's a goddess.
You are so perverted. Yeah, I kind of feel dirty.
It don't get much dirtier than Sexy Santa.
While attending, she makes friends with a student by the name of Ryuji Takasu and have formed a rivalry with another girl by the name of Taiga Isaka, whom she envies, even calling her a dumb chihuahua.
Staring! You're blocking the aisle, dumb chihuahua. You're late, you dumb chihuahua. You can't escape us, dumb chihuahua. Oh look, the dumb chihuahua's awake. Let's do this fair and square, you dumbass bikini-wearing chihuahua. Dumb chihuahua did what? No wonder you were tricked so easy by that oversexed dumb chihuahua! The dumb chihuahua really was taking a shower. You ready to go to lunch? You dumb chihuahua. Yeah, because it's all this dumb chihuahua's fault! It's almost Christmas, you dumb chihuahua! Chill out, you dumb chihuahua. I'm here now. Shut up, you dumb chihuahua!
She then acknowledges Ryuji's crush on another girl by the name of Minori Kushieda. Throughout the series, Ami constantly teases Ryuji on his crush. She even tries to help him win her over, but he inadvertently refuses her offer.
Zero, you're on your own. Don't look at me like that. You had your chance and you blew it.
But soon all this teasing leads to her falling for him for real.
You must be pretty brave to just walk right in here while a girl's taking a shower. Keep doing that and other girls won't like you, including Minori. My tummy hurts too. Can you help it? We're gonna have the best time. You won't admit it, but we definitely hit it off. Guess we don't have the place to ourselves. Oh, yeah. I'm sure we'll find some time to be alone, though. Guess it's just you and me. Let's make the most of it. You know, it sucks that someone else had to get hurt besides you. Let's make something clear. Right now, it's in your best interest to be really nice to me.
In fact, there were signs of that from the day he first invited her to his home, after telling her just be her normal self.
I wonder what you'd do if I ever decided to show you the real me. Would you fall for me?
But this love didn't last long, as during the school ski trip, she was considering leaving the school when she and Minori get into a fight.
You think if I stood by and watched, and just kept my mouth shut about things, you think it all would have worked out fine.
Then why leave?
'Cause I can't stand seeing Taiga getting hurt anymore.
But Ryuji was able to convince her to stay, and with that, her respect for Ryuji grew even bigger.
And besides, everyone in class is gonna miss you if you go. 'Cause everyone likes you.
That's nice, but I don't want everyone to like me.
However, Both Ami and Minori are brushed off after Ryuji had fallen for Taiga.
We were thinking.
We're running away and eloping.
Come on, Ryuji, you missed an opportunity to form your own harem. I mean, there's a girl who is interested in love, a girl who knows what it's like to have a neglectful parent, and a girl who is a part-time supermodel who also has fallen for you. 3 for the price of 1. But in all seriousness, even though Ryuji ends up with Taiga in the end, Ami still shows care for him and the rest of his friends and convinces herself to act normal when Taiga departs near the end of the story.
I realized I didn't have to fake it anymore, because there was someone out there who understood me, and I was cool with that even if he didn't love me.
She may be a tease, but Ami knows how to act mature, and a mature part-time supermodel is a true apple to my eye.
If I wasn't here, would you be scared and worried? Lonely? Is that what it would take for you to want to have me around?
Now before I reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions that couldn't make the cut. They may not have been able to be included, but that doesn't make them any less lovable. Stella Vermilion from Chivalry of a Failed Knight. It's impressive how a princess of a nation would end up falling for a commoner like Iki, who's a complete nobody, and even get engaged to him. That shows she can rely on anyone, even if they're useless and forgotten most of the time. Hestia from Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I never would have guessed that this goddess would be just as thirsty as those who consider her their crush. Not to mention, being one of the most cosplayed female anime characters, it seems like it's earned them some bonus points. And please don't acknowledge her ribbon. Hibiki Sakura from How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? A girl who wants to have the body of a model but has a habit of engorging herself? Not gonna lie, I can sadly relate to that. But it shows that she has great determination to make herself presentable along with her friends and fellow members, and that earns her my respect. Zest from the Testament of Sister New Devil. A demoness who can serve as a right-hand maid to the main protagonist and even has formed the master-servant pact with him, Basara sure has gotten himself a very loyal bride. Merlin from the 7 Deadly Sins. Another witch aside from Vanessa who is reliable to and has amazing chemistry with her teammates. And that final kiss she shared with Escanor just before his death? Oh, such pure passionate bliss. There will never be another moment as touching as that for me. Misaki Ayuzawa from Maid Sama. It seems that I have a thing for tsundere girls, but this one does give chemistry to her classmates, her co-workers, her sister, and especially her crush, even if she doesn't want to show it. Lulala from Monster Girl Doctor. A mermaid who has a passion for making people happy with her compassion and beautiful singing, even if it almost costs her her life, sure can't get me and anyone else hooked. No pun intended. Megumi Tadakoro from Food Wars. She and main protagonist Soma seem to get along very well, since both of them started off as losers who couldn't even cook an egg without burning it. But despite her many failures, being outcasted by her middle school peers in fear of letting down all the people from the town where she used to live, she is determined to become the best chef and make her family, friends, and especially her mother proud. And a failure who has culinary persistence is what truly makes her all the more respectable. Leone from Akame ga Kill. Heartthrob for a fighter who has a fit figure and can change her features. Not to mention that personal question she asked Tatsumi, missed opportunity to be honest with her. It's a shame she had to die, but she'll live on in our hearts. And Ruru from Myriad Colors Phantom World. Just because she takes the form of a fairy doesn't mean she's not lovable. Although her human form doesn't make her just as attractive, she still shows that she cares for her friends, even if she does act immature from time to time. Alright, with those out of the way, here is my number 1 pick. Number 1. Sena Kashiwazaki from Haganai. Yup, the most popular highest ranking honor student is here in this spot.
Yeah, everybody knows how perfect I am. I'm super smart, really good at sports, and obviously I'm totes gorgeous.
Being born in a rich household and being the daughter of her school's headmaster, she is the most respected student in the school.
So, Senna, where are you going now? I did bring that movie I was talking about if you wanted to see it.
And being the most respected also means she gets the most jealousy from other female students.
Senna has been at the top of the class since last year in every freaking subject.
One day she notices a poster about the recently formed Neighbors Club, and intrigued by it, she tries to apply, but is brushed off by the school's president, Yozora Mikazuki.
Why did you slam the door in my face? I said I want to join your group. Die, princess! No!
Senna explains that she wishes to make friends as well, and because of that, Yozora reluctantly lets her join.
If you're here to spy on us, go away.
I want to join because I want friends too, okay?
Senna and Yozora since formed a friendly rivalry against each other.
Only if cow udders are gorgeous.
Life must be hard for you having that flat chest.
Oh, look at that. You've got nasty bags under your eyes.
What? If you had just watched out for me back there, that Prince of Darkness would have been dead by now.
Come on. Admit it, you want to, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you ask Fog Lights?
Whatever, she so started it.
And with even Yozora calling her meat because of her, well, proportions.
Let me see for myself, Meat Sacks. I know exactly what you're up to, Meat. You played the game the entire weekend, didn't you? Damn you, Meat! Damn you! You what, Meat? Keep your voice down, Meat. Can't you see we're on the phone? I don't want to have to talk all over your squawking. Meat has some lungs in there, doesn't she? And ordered meat. I had a really amazing curry with chicken. Meat. Meat, this has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about the restaurant's meat. Chicken. Meat. Meat is usually so expensive.
Stop talking about me!
And what's more, Senna keeps photos of Yozora saying that she'll get her back in the harshest way possible.
They're great pictures, right? That jerk never lets her guard down, so it took me forever to get them. I remember the humiliation she's put me through and psych myself up about making her pay for her crimes one day.
Senna then forms a bond with the club's co-founder, Kodaka Hasegawa.
If Natsumi and I ever go swimming, now I'll know what to do.
Yeah, like that'll happen in the real world. If I had to make a guess, I'd say they're assuming you're Kobito's mother.
It's okay to come in.
Right. Cool.
Walk through the door.
Wait,
I'm a little worried that Slozora will get all pissy when she finds out about it.
And one day while at the club, Kobito, Kodaka's little sister, intrudes unannounced, and Senna is immediately hooked to her.
Come on, there's no way your little sister could be this cute. This girl has a brother complex, but I can't decide if I should hate her or not because she's just so darn adorable.
I also find it adorable when she gushes over her and refers to herself as her older sister.
We could hit the pool and shout Marco Polo. No. How cute. She's totally rejecting me. Aw, she's cute when she's sleeping too. You're at my house, silly. How about you and me take a bath together before bed? Next time, how about we take another hot bath together? Cool. Why don't we do that together? No. She's even adorable when she's being rude. Kobito, you are just the cutest thing. But what happened to your goth lolly look? I liked it. Kobito, you can go with me if you want. We'll have the most amazing time together. There's no reason to be scared. I'll be really gentle with you, and I promise we'll have fun. So what do you say, little sister? Tomorrow is going to be awesome, isn't it, Kobito? No! You are so adorbs. Trust me, you don't have to worry about anything, Kobito. I'm so getting that gift for you. Thank you, Senna. Oh, Kobito! Thank you! Kobito's for sure gonna be my little sister now!
Since then, Senna has been a valuable member of the Neighbors Club.
Lar, I'm ready. Just don't go too crazy, okay?
Quit squirming, Meat. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, and did I forget to mention that Kodaka's actually seen her naked not once but twice? Once when Kodaka and Kobito spent the night at Senna's home, and Kobito runs away before she could take a bath with Senna. And twice when Senna invites the club to her beach home and Yozora provokes her by spraying sunblock with her foot.
Senna! I never knew your tatas were so big!
But because he didn't want to make her feel worse about herself, Kodaka had to lie and say that he didn't see anything.
Huh? What do you mean? It's all a blur. Your dad made me chug wine with him after dinner. Oh no, I was too busy putting sunblock on Kobito and listening to her freak out.
And as the series goes on, Kodaka has been showing a few signs about his feelings towards Senna.
Hey.
What? What are you looking at, perv?
One leg in front of the
You sure, Kobito?
Thanks. Watch your step, okay?
Not even a couple need to be that first. And we aren't yet.
What are you saying?
It's hot.
Yeah, so what are we here for?
And once almost kissed each other, but had to be stopped by Yozora.
Intermission! Inner what?
And at the church, it's revealed that both of their fathers had an agreement that they would get married to each other when they grew up.
Well, he told me that, you and I are kind of engaged. He and your dad made this promise to each other. Basically, we're what you'd call betrothed. Might as well be, since they also decided they should write up a marriage pact and put our thumbprints on it.
But then she goes on to say this.
If we were married, Kobito would literally be my sister.
If we're what?
Yeah, she wanted to be closer to Kobito by getting married to her brother. After that revelation, there seemed to have been sparks flying between the two of them.
Well, regardless, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna get married.
No way. Besides, it doesn't really matter if we're engaged. I don't need you. I can make Kobito my sister all by myself.
Near the end of the second season, she finally confesses her love for Kodaka and even proposes to him.
Would you ever reconsider marrying me? I mean, I've told you before. I don't care about some stupid promise our fathers made to each other ages ago. Because even if it's what our parents want, it's what I want too, and I wish I'd never called off the wedding. But I totes love you and stuff. It just kind of makes sense, you know? I'm sorry it took me a while to realize it.
In the light novel, however, he tells her that they should wait until graduation before he can consider their proposal. However, that promise was seemingly broken when he starts dating Yukimura Kusunoki and was planning on leaving the club altogether. But nevertheless, Senna continues to pursue Kodaka by demanding that he remain in the club and allow her and Yozora to fight over him. Whatever comes her way, Senna will always help out her fellow club members and prove that she is always at the top of her game. And her determination, loyalty, and sexiness, if you will, are all what make Senna Kashiwazaki the #1 anime waifu. If only that third season will come into fruition, then we would see more of her great development.
I can do whatever I want, so if you keep pulling the student council crap, you won't be a member anymore.
And that does it for this list. It just goes to show that anime can provide all sorts of girls that we can all relate to, and I have to say that those choices couldn't be given more justice. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with my picks? Do you think I missed some girls? Were there any girls that should have had different positions or some honorable mentions that could have been added? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway, thank you all for watching, see you all next time, and I hope you have a wonderful and romantic Valentine's Day. This is Jordan Martinez signing out.